Hello learners, welcome for today's we are going to learn about career development today, and we are going to learn about chapter 27, which is senior secondary psychology, which is presented by Sarika Singh. I'm a CEO psychology at NIOS. So we are going to learn about career development. You might have come across many such advertisements in newspapers, magazines, handbills, etc. So, have you ever learned about what career really means? And whenever a word career rings a bell in your mind, what exactly do you feel is career and career building is about? Reading this particular lesson will help you to understand different concepts of career, and it will also help you in developing your career in more systematic manner. Now let's understand about what a career means. If you can see on your picture, there is a description of different careers that have been mentioned over here. So what you can do after class 12th, what are the different perspectives you can do after class 12th? You can go into science, commerce, arts. You can also join different plannings like knowing your values, learning about yourself, identifying your skills, and research career options which are available for you, linking your major and your career specifically, and planning your career accordingly. You can also learn that there are different type of colleges that you can enroll yourself after class 12th once you are done with your senior secondary level. You can go into pursuing BTech, you can go into B.Ed, you can go into MBA, finances, you can go into law, CA, etc. There are different government vacancies also that you can apply for after even class 10th. There are different vacancies depending upon what your study profile is and what are your dreams and desires to get into. But the government has issued different positions as per the class 10th profile, 12th profile, and also after your graduation. Now let's understand about the different career development and its objective. So after studying this particular lesson, you will be able to understand the meaning and stages of different career development. You will be able to explain how various aspects of a career development takes place and how one can plan one's career. Depending upon the concept of continuing education and in service training, it's very important that we understand the different concepts about how we can continue our education and how we can give and make ourselves better in the service training through the practical exposure that we are getting. It also helps us to understand and describe the conditions under which a career adjustment becomes necessary for us. And so it's very important for us to understand that these adjustments, if we will do it properly, will help us to survive in the practical exposure of any industry or career that we are putting our legs in. Describing the concept of self-employment is also very important, that it helps us to understand that why it is important to be self-employed and independent, and why it is important and necessary to have an understanding about why we need to build our career and by what age our career should be in. At least we should have in our mindset that what we want to pursue further, so that we can have an understanding about how it will be done and what are the plannings and plottings that are required for making it. Now let's understand the meaning of a career development. So the term career in career development refers to all the activities which a person does in his or her lifetime. These particular activities include everything. It's about the personal, occupational, and social life of the person, and thus the career refers to the life pattern of a person. It's very important that we understand that career is not just about pursuing something for the sake of finances. For some people, it might be one of the most important priority thing, that they want to be financially independent, and that's why they are pursuing that career. But when we talk about career specifically in today's generation, it's about what you want to do for your living, what you want to do for accomplishing something in the form of fame, what you want to do and pursue in your life, so that you can have an understanding of happiness of what you are doing in and what you are putting your efforts in. And career is not just limited to the financial security, it includes everything: your personal life, your social life, your occupational life, and how you can develop yourself through the career. People nowadays are actually putting lots of efforts in their career, despite not just into with the sake of financial security, but also putting their mindset that why they are pursuing this particular career, and what are the benefits and what are the stages they can get into while they are pursuing this career. So it's very important that before putting yourself into anything, you need to understand the basic depth of that career. You need to understand that why I want to get into it, what are the benefits of that, do I really have that skill and aptitude to get into this career, do I really need to understand that what are the different other circumstances and situations that can get into this career, and will I be able to fulfill those requirements. It's very important that you understand yourself first before getting into a career, so that you can have a good match. Now, if you can see this particular chart on your screen, you will understand that it includes lots of things. So a career, it has to have some sort of a purpose, it has to have fulfillment and a meaning, adding meaning to your life. It should have a purpose in your life, and it should give you a fulfillment in your life. So it includes lots of things. Just for example, there is ownership, development and growth a career provides, the health that it helps in, the engagement with the people, the social networking it forms, the meaningful contribution that it provides us, and the financial and benefits, that is something which is definitely is there, and the stability and security. So the ownership we are talking about is that when you are getting into a career, it gives us that ownership of self, that okay, this is something that I want to do and build, so this is something where I belong to, and this career belongs to me. The development and growth it provides us the growth mindset, the development mindset, that what we can do further in this career, and where I want to see myself after the coming years. It also helps us in building a good health, because a career is definitely something which relates parallelly with our mental health also. If our career is not in a good state and position, our mental health also impacts a lot. And it provides us a lots of engagement with the people, with the society, and it creates a meaningful contribution to our life, and then it also provides us the stability and security and financial benefits that is definitely there. So these are the different options that we can see a career can provide. Now let's talk about this one thing. Many people have this understanding, and you might also ask this question to yourself and to the people around you, that do we really need to see all of these options before getting into a career? Sometimes we get into a career and then we realize that okay, this is something that I can do, I enjoy this field, and I think I can do in this particular field. But sometimes it happens is that when you get into a career, it becomes a part of your life. It becomes so habitual for you to wake up daily and practice that same habit consistently without any break. So it becomes the part of your life, and after a certain period of time, it's hard for you to understand and realize that if you wanted to do this, or it has just become the part of your life, like breathing and drinking and eating. So sometimes we really need to understand that what we want to do. Sometimes getting into a career is not in our hand, it's not our choice, but following something after that is definitely it is. So there are certain examples which I have already told you in the last sessions also, that there have been so many people that who are pursuing different hobbies and different learnings and different good things in their life, apart from being into a consistent career of 9 to 5 job maybe, or something what they were pursuing right now as in the form of career. But apart apart from that, you can always pursue something which you always wanted to do, something which gives you a happiness, something which makes you feel good about yourself, and you see yourself doing that in coming years. So career, as in case for some people, yes, it starts with understanding all the choices before and getting into that career after that. But for some people, it just happens out of nowhere. But then again, they understand different perspectives of that career, and then it's your choice that you want to pursue with this, or you want to have some other hobbies or learning for yourself. Now, the development is the modification of behavior as a result of growth and learning. It normally involves a progressive change. Thus, a career development means the overall development in the lifestyle of a person. So whenever we get into a career, it gives us a development in our lifestyle. So let's take an example. When you start, after your college, after your graduation, when you start your career with an organization, the way you get into the practical exposure, on everyday basis, you are going to learn something new. You are going to learn some etiquettes. You are going to learn some sort of a new way of understanding people, of pursuing your career, of putting efforts, the different mindsets, the different finances a career might have. So on everyday basis, any career, not just a particular one that I can point out, any career while we are pursuing that gives us the positive as well as some sort of a negative understanding of reality. Always there is no negative or wrong career. Every career gives us some sort of a knowledge, understanding. They makes us understand the different mindset group of people have, and how we can deal with all those things. So development is definitely, and development and modification of our behavior, growth and learning is one of the most important thing a career teaches. Now it also involves person's experiences that contribute to the formation of his or her identity, including the life experiences, the education, career choices, on the job training, the level of professional achievement and degree of satisfaction. So it's very important that we understand the formation of our identity, before getting into a career, and it also helps us to understand the life experiences, because you are going to work in different organization maybe, and with different people with different education, and you are also going to consistently pursue your education. The career choices that we are going to make, for example, sometimes despite knowing that okay, this career is good, it gives me a financial security, I'm going ahead, I'm getting promotion, but then there is a point comes in your life where you feel that okay, this is something that I don't want to pursue, and you make a sudden, immediate, different choice of changing your career. So career choices that we make, and the job training, and during the internship what we learn, the level of professional achievement that we understand, all this provides us the degree of satisfaction, and all this provides us the understanding that what career development really means. Now you can see on your screen there is a graph which shows you the career development and how there are different understandings of that. So let's see this. The career development have this self-assessment for yourself, that you need to understand that what I want to pursue and how I want to pursue. The self-assessment include that you understand your skills, your aptitude, your behavior, that do you carry that leadership quality, or you are someone who needs to be guided, not someone who can guide, but you need that guidance and always those steps ahead before you do something. So you have to have the better understanding about yourself. The career awareness, like for you understand that what are the different careers are and what we need to pursue, and what are the basic understandings of different career, right? Just to have that understanding that by pursuing this particular field, what are the options that are opened up for me and where I can go. The best part about today's generation is that you can always mismatch your careers. So what is the meaning of mismatching your career is that you can always pursue different things. In today's generation, it's all about the skills and understanding, the aptitude, the profession that what you can solve and what you can provide to the society. I know the degree is very important, the college education is very important, but in today's scenario, what matters the most is that how better understanding you have about the career, and what are the awareness you have, what you can pursue, and what you can guide to the other people, what you can provide to the society. Now the third is goal setting. The goal setting is about that you set yourself a good goal, that where you want to see yourself. So many people have this particular behavior for self, that I don't want to put this particular goal for a very long period of time. So what you can do is that you can have a short-term goals also. For some people, 3 months and 6 months works perfectly. For some people, it's about 1 year and 2 years and 5 years. So depending upon how your personality is, you can set your goals and what you want to achieve in those particular goals. Like for example, you can have a goal of 6 months. Like in 6 months, I want to learn this particular skill. I want to initiate learning this particular skill. I want to learn about this course. I will pursue this course, and I want to see myself in this particular area with this much of knowledge in 6 months. The next is skill training. Most important thing, the practical exposure and learning something that can help you in future. Skill training is one of the best thing that you can do. For example, in today's generation, I have seen that because the social media and the graphics and the cameras, the videos, it's being used so much that if you have those skills of making those fantastic videos, making some graphics, putting advertisements, and so these skills can really help you in pursuing a great career, and also can provide you a great financial security. So if you have that skill, you can always make yourself ahead from the bunch of other people. It's very important that we understand that there is no particular age of learning any skill. Even at the age of whatever you are in right now, whatever you are pursuing, if you understand what market demands is, and what people wants to see, and what is the most important thing, the assessment that what is going on in the market, what is going on in the society, and how I can add my skills into those things, and what I can take from those things, then by any age you can start learning those skills, and it would definitely help you and boost up your career. The last is performing. So it's very important that after analyzing all the things that you have, that self-assessment is done, your career awareness has been done, there is a goal setting part which you have pursued, and the skill training that you have initiated, it's the time that you perform. You perform well, pursue it, and move ahead in your career with this career development. So these are the 5 pictures that I have explained you, the picture that have 5 different goals that I have explained you, and I hope that have given you a better understanding that what career development means. It's not stick to a career only, it's about the overall development of a person. Now we will pursue after this after a small break. Thank you.
करने राहों को आलोकित करने, जीवन ये प्रकाशित करने राहों को आलोकित करने, हम अपना दीपक स्वयं बने, हम अपना रास्ता स्वयं चुने, हम अपना दीपक स्वयं बने, हम अपना जीवन ये प्रकाशित करने राहों को आलोकित करने। कभी पढ़े हम कहीं पढ़े वे विषय की लोच से युक्त हो,
कभी पढ़े हम कहीं पढ़े वे विषय की लोच से युक्त हो।
मित्रों हम उठे और जागे,
मंजिल आने की ध्वनि सुने हम, अपना जीवन स्वयं बने हम, अपना रास्ता स्वयं चुने।
जीवन ये प्रकाशित करने, राहों को आलोकित करने।
राष्ट्रीय मुक्त विद्यालय का है द्वार खुला सबकी खातिर।
शिक्षा परीक्षा का अवसर एक बार ही क्यों मिलता फिर
शिक्षा और परीक्षा का अवसर एक बार ही क्यों मिलता फिर दुनिया में इसके केंद्र बहुत,
कोई मन चाहा केंद्र चुने हम, अपना जीवन स्वयं बने हम, अपना रास्ता स्वयं चुने। कोई मन चाहा केंद्र चुने हम,
Welcome back, learners. We were discussing about the career development and how we can pursue our career and with what mindset that we should grow and pursue and have an understanding that what we can do. So we were discussing about this particular picture which includes this career development and have different perspectives about that. For example, the self-awareness, the self-assessment, the career awareness and goal setting and understanding that skill training is very important and then performing all of it so we can have an understanding about career development. Now, the question arises is that how the lifestyle of a person develops. So obviously the vocation plays an important role in the lifestyle of a person and the vocational development is the basis of career development. For example, if a person gets promoted to executive cadre from non-executive, he will get more facilities from the organization like higher salary, bigger accommodation, etc. and his lifestyle will automatically change. The concept of life stages and stages of vocational development will give greater insight into the understanding of career development. Now, generally there are 5 life stages: the growth, exploratory, establishment, maintenance and decline. Now, you can see this particular image on your screen. The stage 1, which is about learning about yourself. So it's very extremely important that we understand ourselves. It's very important that we understand our emotions, we understand that what we want to pursue. Even it doesn't matter like for how long what you were pursuing. If you feel that this is something that need to stop, that need to end, and you have that confidence in yourself that you want to start something new, even from the baseline, you should. Don't stop yourself. So the stage 1 is all about learning self. Now the stage 2 is about exploring your major career options, like understanding that what are the career options you have is very important, because sometimes many people don't have an understanding that what are the career options that they can pursue. So that's why they are like, sometimes they fail because they don't have that understanding that how many doors have already been opened because what they have pursued and what are the skills that they have learned they can get into. So it's very important that you have that career awareness, which is about the stage 2. Now the stage 3 makes decision and set your goals. For example, once you have understanding that what are the different doors that have been opened for you through the career, you make a decision for yourself and then set your goals like accordingly, like this is something that I want to pursue, or two things together that you can pursue, and one major, one minor things, or one maybe your major career and then some skills you want to add on and further, so you are pursuing both of them together. The stage 4 is about planning your education. So it's very important that we at least pursue our education timely, slowly and steadily together with your career, so that at least if you are not, and pursuing your education is not about doing degree all the time. It's always about updating yourself with all the new curriculums and all the new things that are coming up in the market related to your field and career which you are getting into or which you are already into. So it's important that you have an understanding about what are the new updates your curriculum have, what are the new updates your education have, what are the new things that the government is planning for your field. So it's very important that you plan your education and understanding about it. And the last is prepare for your career. So after that you can always, after pursuing all the 4 stages, you prepare for yourself for the career and you have an understanding that what you want to do. Now there is this particular table for you. It's about life stages and stages of vocational development. If you can see, there is this name of the stage, the age range, and the characteristics it has. So let's understand this. The growth stage, which is from 0 to 14 years, this particular stage is about your childhood. So there is no such thing about career in this particular stage specifically, but it's about development of a basic skills. So being a psychologist, I always tell people that from 0 to the age of 5, the development of your mind, and from 5 to 15, the development of your personality happens. In this particular stage, whatever the development you are getting and whatever the surrounding you are getting is going to impact your mindset and personality, which is going to further impact your exploration and understanding about self and career. So it's about a complete parallel thing that is going on. Many parents in India and many people in our society don't really give importance to this particular stage, which is the growth stage of 0 to 14 years, but because they don't have an understanding that how important and how crucial this particular stage of basic skill is. So 0 to 14 is the development of basic skills that you need to build in your children, and through this you can build the leadership quality. Through this you can help them to build how to work in group while they are playing in group, right? You can actually build patience in them by making them understand that you need to wait for your turn while playing. So these are the different skills, and you can build in your child. You can also help them to understand that what they want to pursue further. So for this you can allow them to just have different classes, or if you feel that putting them in different classes is a little financial issue, so what you can do is that you can give them this particular allowance that they can play with different types of people, different types of students, or different types of children they are in, so that they can have an understanding that how what they want to do. So let's give you an example, is that a child who is in the music classes also, dance classes also, some sports classes also, so that they can have an understanding by the age of 14 that what is the one thing that is they can't just leave, and they always have that eagerness that today I want to get into this particular class. Now the next is exploratory part. So 15 to 25 year is the period of exploration where we think and understanding about self, finding a life partner, finding an occupation, finding place in community, and these are the different things that we explore. So don't limit yourself with this particular thing that by the age of 25 you need to find about self. No, in this particular generation it's not about that. You can find yourself as many times as you want to and for how long you want to. So it's not about that 25 is any sort of a limit for you. By the age of 15 it starts, and there is no limit of finding and exploring yourself and exploring your occupation, exploring your life partner. But as per the syllabus, the 15 to 25 is a little sort of a limit that we have, the mindset that we have and the society have, that we should start finding ourselves. The age of 25 to 45 is the age of establishment. We establish self into our chosen career, what we wanted to do. We establish our identity as a person, and we get into the professionalism. And the age of the first stage is the maintenance, which is from 45 to 60, where we actually maintain ourselves and maintain our occupational and social status that we have built by the age of 45. The decline stage starts from after the age of 60. Many the people retire from their active service but act as a consultants and provide experience at a higher level of proficiency. So these are the different stages that the person gets into, which starts from 0 to the age of 60, and it goes on. There is no particular stage where you need to limit yourself up. You can always find and explore as much as you can in any of the mentioned stage. Now let's understand about this growth stage. From conception to about the age of 14, it is the preparatory stage during which a child develops the basic skills. The exploratory stage is from between 15 to 25 years, and during this stage a person tends to think and understand about self, his role in becoming an adult, finding a life partner, occupation, as well as the place in the community. The establishment stage. So this particular stage ranges between 25 to 45 years, and during this stage the one establishes himself or herself and gains some occupational identity. For example, some becomes plumber, doctor, bank officers, or anything that you feel you want to do. So 25 to 45, finding self with the career and occupation identity is something that people actually starts and do. The maintenance stage. The stage covers 45 to 58 years specifically, and during this particular stage a person maintains his establishment as what they wanted to do and pursue. The decline stage starts after the age of 58 or 60 years of age, and in this particular stage a person not only declines in the physical strength but also his or her role lessens in the vocation, family, responsibilities, as well as in the community. Now you can see this particular picture on your screen. It's about the career stages, how the one do the exploration, establishment, maintenance, and the finally, which is disengagement, like for example declining stage. So in exploration there is identifying the interest, skills, fitting between the self and the work, helping, learning and following the direction that have been provided and make us understand. Apprentices, and the age is basically less than 30, and then its years on the job is less than 2 years because you are on the stage of exploration. Establishment is about advancement, growth, security and develop lifestyle. Maintenance is about to hold on to the accomplishments and update skill. And the last decline is retirement planning, change, charge balance between the work and the not working. So these are the different stages a person pursue after they born, and this is how slowly and steadily the career stages work. Now the stages of vocational development may be described as follows. The early exploration. This involves the first job, which can be a part-time or a temporary job. Exploration and trial. In this stage, a person explores more avenues and in the end tries to settle in a job of his or her liking. This particular stage is also called the floundering stage. The establishment and maintenance. During this stage, a person establishes himself or herself in one field of work and then continues to maintain it. The retirement. Here, the person tends to narrow down his or her responsibilities depending upon the capability of the person, and he or she may either leave the job or shift to a job with a lesser responsibility. So, the modern age is an age of planning. Even for the small things like going to a movie or picnic, we have to plan. The career building is so crucial task in one's life. So, one is ought to prepare a good career plan. As you have already learned, career is basically the overall lifestyle of a person. The planning of a personal life. It involves planning about when to get married, what type of person would you like to get married to, when to have children, what sort of life you want to give to your spouse and children, and many other things relatively. Specifically important to you. Now, the personal life is basically influenced by the vocational and social life of a person, and it's very important that we understand that while pursuing your career, you can't ignore or decline your personal life, because if there will be an issues in your personal life, directly indirectly it might be going on in your subconscious mind and it can impact your career as well. Planning of a social life is very important. It involves the planning of a lifestyle of you want, the society in which you want to move in, and the assets which you want to acquire. The social life of a person is influenced by the personal as well as the vocational life of a person. The planning of a vocational life. It is a lifelong process of getting ready to choose or continue to make choices from among the many occupations available in our society. The vocational life of a person matches the self with the world of work. After knowing the self and the world of work, you need to match your qualities with the qualities required for each and the occupation you know and understand. In a wise vocational planning, there are three key features, namely knowing the self, knowing the world of work, and matching the self with the world of work. Now, knowing the self appraisal, it's a very clear understanding of one's own self, one's aptitudes, abilities, interest, ambitions, resources, as well as limitations. Knowing the world of work, that is the appraisal of the vocations, the knowledge of various occupations, qualifications and entry requirements for each of the different occupations, earnings, conditions of success, advantages, promotional prospects, as well as the compensation. So now, before proceeding further, let us take the case of Mr. Ganesh, a very happy taxi driver, and Mr. Naveen, who is a frustrated engineer. Now let's understand that maybe Mr. Ganesh is happy because he opted to be a taxi driver due to his interest in driving and interaction with people. Mr. Naveen is frustrated because he is forced to become an engineer by the parents to fulfill their aspiration. Now, have you understand this particular case? When you pursue something by your own interest, it might be of any stage or any occupation or at any position. If you are happy and satisfied what you have pursued and you are willing to go further in that, it won't matter much to you and to the society, because you feel that you have fulfilled what you were wanting to do. But if you are only working for the interest of other people and the society so that you can look as per the perfect guideline which have been provided to you by the society and the closed ones, then you might in the stage of wrong stage where you need to stop yourself up and just need to understand that this is something that's not how specifically at least today's generation works. It's very important that you have an understanding of what you really want to do instead of impressing others. Now there are different topics left in this particular chapter, which is knowing the self, about knowing the world of work, matching the personal qualities with the qualities for selected vocations, and different steps in career planning, and also the special provisions for career development, which is about continuing the education, in-service training, as well as the career adjustments. We will learn about these topics in our next class under the career development only, and I hope you have the better understanding that why it is important to take all the holds of your career instead of asking someone else. Take advice, take help, but always take the whole and the steering wheels in your hand for your career. Because if you are moving with your understanding, your planning and your interest, you will go further. Even there might be some, cases where you feel that you want to give up or you are not being able to fulfill those things, but I'm sure you have those solutions for yourself. But if you will always work as per the others, need, and as per the others' status for you, then you are not going to help yourself up further, and there might be a time where you will feel that you don't want to. So it's important that you understand what career you want to get into and you have that confidence in yourself. Thank you so much. I hope you understood well.
जीवन ये प्रकाशित करने, राहों को आलोकित करने,
जीवन ये प्रकाशित करने, राहों को आलोकित करने, हम अपना दीपक स्वयं बने, हम अपना रास्ता स्वयं चुने, हम
अपना दीपक स्वयं बने, हम अपना रास्ता स्वयं चुने।
जीवन ये प्रकाशित करने, राहों को आलोकित करने।
धन साधन समय की सीमा से विद्यालय जो मुक्त हो,
धन साधन समय की सीमा से विद्यालय जो मुक्त हो।
कभी पढ़े हम कहीं पढ़े वे विषय की लोच से,